always has a plan for us, in the right and in God's time. Even how negative a thing is, there is always a room for change. God destined a man who is our exemplar of change. We, the seniors, proudly present Saint Augustine. A great sinner became a great saint. In a faraway land of Tagaste, North Africa, there lived a complicated and hilarious family. Monica, a courageous woman, with an unfaithful husband, Patricius. A malicious mother-in-law. And a dissolute son named Augustine. Augustine first went to school in Madaura, a city 20 miles from Tagaste. He was a poor student, not from lack of intelligence, but from lack of effort. In 370, when the boy was 17, he was sent to school at Carthage, and he soon became head of the class. His motive in studying was pride. More important in the events of Augustine's stay at Carthage was his fall into vicious habits, swearing, impurity, heretical thinking, and evil temptations. Mistress named Melania and a son named Agidaris. By 383, Augustine went to Rome, where he opened a school of rhetoric. Saint Ambrose was bishop of Milan at that time, and Augustine often went to hear him preach, not from any interest in religious matters, but for the eloquence of the speaker. There arose in him a long struggle between the intellect and the flesh, and for a time an unchastity continued to overpower him. One day, in September 386, as he walked in his garden with his friend Alypius,
not in revelry and drunkenness, not in debauchery and wantonness, not in strife and jealousy, but put on the Lord Jesus Christ, and as for the flesh, take no thought for its lust.
But him who is weak in faith receive.
the two ran to tell Saint Monica the good news, and her joy was unbounded in finding that her
Mother,
prayer had at last been answered.
I witness God is true. Oh, yes.
The two friends, along with Monica, Augustine's brother Navicius and his son Adjudatus, moved to a country home where they prayed and studied. Augustine was solemnly baptized by Saint Ambrose in the vigil of Easter 387. The joyful family and friends decided to return to their native Africa, but with Monica died on the way.
The perseverance. I love you.
The grieving Augustine returned to Rome, and sometime later went on to Tagaste, where they lived in fasting and prayer for 3 years with his son Adjudatus and his friend Alypius. He sold his inheritance there and gave the proceeds to the poor. Augustine was ordained as priest and soon became bishop. Augustine became the doctor of the church with his famous theme,
Thou hast made us for thyself, and my heart is restless until they rest in thee.